Hey, what's going on, guys? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. In this video, I'm working on a 06 Chevy Impala. Customers' complaint is when they're driving along, they're feeling the front end shimmy back and forth, and when they stop and take off, they're hearing a clunk in the front end. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what to look for and how to fix it. Guys, if you're a motorhead like me and you love working on your own car, you found the right channel. Consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I kind of have a hunch what's going on with this car. These Impalas are famous for this one part wearing out in that front end. Let me show you. All right, guys, these are the lower control arms. These control arms on these Impalas are junk, especially where they bolt up to the lower A-frame. When you get oil leaks on them or any antifreeze or gets on those rubbers, it just eats them slam up. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove the carter pin and the nut from the lower ball joint. Then I'm gonna remove the wire loom from these clips. The wire that's in here goes to your wheel speed sensor. So when you go back, a lot of people make the mistake and they don't put this wire loom back in these clips. You either need to wire tie it or go back like this. You don't want that wire flopping around. That's what your carter key looks like. That lower ball joint bolt is held on with an 18mm. I'm going to use a fork to remove the ball joint from the knuckle. It doesn't matter if you rip the boot or not because we're going to be replacing it. The new one's going to come as an assembly with the boot on it. Just get a little V-tool and you can pry the clips up. The front control arm bolt is held on with a T55 and a 21mm nut. The back part of the control arm is held on with an 18mm nut and the 21mm bolt. The next thing to take off is a sway bar link, but as soon as I went to take it off, it snapped in half. So we're gonna go ahead and get a new one. If you look at the old control arm, the space is different between this gap and this gap. It's collapsed and it's ripped inside here. If you look at the new one, it's equal spacing, it's not collapsed and it's not ripped. This is definitely going to improve their ride and get rid of that clunking noise. Let's get these parts on the car and go for our test drive. All right, guys, when you're going back with your lower control arm, they should supply you with a new carter key and a new bolt for your ball joint. The new control arm is going to come with a grease fitting for your lower ball joint. Make sure you install it and add grease. Before you put the sway bar link on, you want to make sure you put a jack under the lower control arm, jack it up a little bit, and put it under a load. All right, guys, once I get that sway bar link tightened up, I'm gonna knock out the other side. We'll take it for our test drive and see how it does. Catch you later. All right, guys, we're on our test drive, and just like I expected, there's no popping, no clicking. Everything sounds nice and tight on this front end. But there's one thing that I'm gonna comment on that she didn't say anything about. Turn the AC on was the stupid blend doors. Oh my God, this thing was popping away. It's finally quietened up some. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Catch you later.